Hey guys, it's Aaliyah from Team Croy over at DocSports.com. I'll have Croy's 3 college football leans in just a moment, but first, make sure that you click that link below to get your free $60 account for the top premium sports picks. Now, Croy's 3 college football leans in the SEC for this Saturday, October 17th, 2020, are on the LSU Tigers versus the Florida Gators, the Texas A&M Aggies versus the Mississippi State Bulldogs, and the Georgia Bulldogs versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, Croy's first college football lean is on the LSU Tigers plus 13 over the Florida Gators. The Florida Gators last faced the Texas A&M Aggies and ended up taking the loss by a score of 41-38, making them now 2-1. Meanwhile, the LSU Tigers last took on the Missouri Tigers and also went home in defeat by a score of 45-41. They are now 1-2. Miles Brennan went 29-48 with 430 yards by way of the pass and threw 4 touchdowns. He ended the game without an interception, and for his career, Brennan has thrown for 1,712 yards with 13 touchdowns and 6 picks. It seems like the passing game is what's keeping LSU alive, and now they are facing a Gator defense that ranks 83rd in college football, allowing 8 passing touchdowns and 331 yards per game. So Croy says be sure to play the LSU Tigers plus 13 here Saturday. And remember, if you haven't already done so, click that link below to get $60 worth of Croy's top-rated premium sports picks 100% free from DocSports.com. Now, Vernon Croy's second pick in the SEC is on the Texas A&M Aggies minus 6.5 over the Mississippi State Bulldogs. The Bulldogs last took on the Kentucky Wildcats and left there in defeat by a score of 24-2. They are now 1-2. Meanwhile, the Texas A&M Aggies last took on the Florida Gators and left there with a win by a score of 41-38. They are now 2-1. Kellen Mond went 25-35 with 338 yards by way of passing and completed 3 touchdowns. Isaiah Spiller led the team on the ground and tore for a long run of 23 yards while tallying 2 touchdowns. Regarding scoring points, the Aggies are averaging 27.3 points per game, while the Bulldogs are only scoring 20. Croy says be sure to play the Texas A&M Aggies minus 6.5 here Saturday. And once again, guys, if you haven't already done so, be sure to click that link below to get $60 worth of Croy's top-rated premium sports picks 100% free from DocSports.com. And lastly, Vernon Croy's final pick in the SEC is on the Alabama Crimson Tide minus 6 over the Georgia Bulldogs. The Georgia Bulldogs last took the field against the Tennessee Volunteers and went home with a win by a score of 44-21. Meanwhile, the Alabama Crimson Tide is also coming off of a win. They last took on the Ole Miss Rebels and took home a score of 63-48. Georgia is getting a somewhat strong quarterback performance from Stetson Bennett. He is passing for 135.6 yards per game with a completion percentage of 65.8%. But while he has played well, it's the Bulldogs defense that has been the team's strong point. Georgia ranks second in total yards allowed and is allowing just 12.3 points per game. However, Croy expects Alabama's greater offensive performance to certainly pick up the slack. After all, the Crimson Tide is ranking first in college football with 51 points per game. So Croy says be sure to play the Alabama Crimson Tide minus 6 here Saturday. And before you go, one last time, remember that you can get $60 worth of Vernon Croy's premium member-only picks 100% free over at DocSports.com, or just click the link below the video. Now, please post in the comment section below if you agree with Vernon Croy's predictions or not, and also give this video a thumbs up, and we will keep the sports picks coming. Thanks, and we appreciate your time.